Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to my first attempt at a Q&A type video. Now, I was supposed to be doing a shoe review, but I can't really do it until my injury goes away. So instead, I asked you guys to ping me some questions via Facebook and Instagram. So let's see what you came up with. Apologies for the really bad lighting in here, and apologies if I get anyone's name wrong as well. So, in no particular order, FS Football Matt asks, how tall are you? To be precise, I am 5'11" and a half, so almost 6 foot, but it is predominantly just my legs. Philip Sedaris asks, what made you start freestyling? Classic question. For me, I just saw videos on YouTube really of like the old Nike adverts, and then I stumbled across Palais and Scorer, Timo, Daniel Rosebeam. Those are some of the earlier videos that I saw, and just instantly saw it and was just like, I want to be able to do that, and it just kind of all kicked off from there really. Peter McClure FS, you can always rely on him for a comment, asks, what in your opinion, what's the best way to stay motivated over the winter months? It's a good question, because during winter obviously the weather is awful, it gets dark really early, and it doesn't help if you don't have an indoor spot either. I would say the best ways to stay motivated are, I think it's actually to be a bit more conscientious of all the things outside of freestyle. So I'm talking like, if you can make sure that everything else outside of freestyle is on check, then I find that I'm in a better mindset for freestyle. So I'm talking things like make sure you eat right, sleep right, stretch well, things like that. And also, of course, just go and watch, tons of your favourite freestyle videos on YouTube, and just keep motivation levels up by watching your favourites really. Football Freestyle _ ground moves asks, how long have you been freestyling for, and what is your favourite style? I have been freestyling for, it will be 7 years in March, I think. My favourite style by far is lowers. They are the most rewarding thing to train in my opinion. The feeling of getting that thing that you've been trying over and over again when you finally get it is indescribable. BN Freestyle asks, can you do a rainbow flick? There's always one, isn't there? Tom Mulcahy asks, who will finish in the top 4 this season, and your opinion on Arsenal's season so far? Hashtag still salty about Jurgen. I am very jealous that Liverpool got Jurgen Klopp, I'm not gonna lie. In my opinion, the top 4 this season, in no particular order, I think Arsenal and Man City will definitely be in there. I think Man United should be in there, and the 4th spot is always kind of up for grabs the most. Pains me to say it, but I think Tottenham might just sneak it, unfortunately. And then Arsenal season so far, it's been alright. Wenger has tactically been, spot on with nearly everything, apart from in the Champions League games. I don't see our season getting any better though, purely because of the injuries. So there's a lot of impetus to buy in January to try and save our season. Mike Harris asks, do you like nut roasts? Yes. Yes, I do. Felix GFS asks, would you consider making a series called Steve's Matchball Review? Need to work on that name a bit more though. That's a good question actually. I do get quite a few questions about like my team joist and stuff, the ball which I use, and I don't know, I mean, in comparison to shoes, I'm a lot more enthusiastic about talking about shoes, and I get through shoes a lot. Whereas with match balls, I tend to just buy one and just stick with a ball for a very, very long time. So, I don't know, I mean, as a series, I think it's unlikely, but maybe as like the one-off video every now and again. I mean, there is a lot that I could say about my team joist, for example, pros and cons of each match ball. Maybe, I don't know. Jamie Freestyle asks, most nerve-wracking experience. Most nerve-wracking experience. I've got 2 that come to mind, and they're both non-freestyle related actually. The first one is I'll never ever forget the day of waking up and getting my A-level results. I was very, very nervous. purely because I knew exactly what I needed to get into the university that I wanted to, and if I didn't, then I don't know what I would have done. Didn't really have a backup plan. So when I was opening like the UCAS email, I was like, there is so much writing on this, oh my god. But I would just like to say that grades are not the be all and end all. And then the other one would have to be watching my beloved Wycombe Wanderers in playoff final, League 2 playoff final last year at Wembley, penalty shootout. Brilliant for the neutrals. If you're a fan and you care, it's just absolutely agonising, and my heart must have skipped about 10 beats. And it definitely didn't help that we lost either. If there's one thing you can always rely on a Sky Sports cameraman to pick out in the crowd, it's a really old fan who's just draped from head to toe in the club's colours, the fittest bird in the crowd, or the little kid that's crying. And I left the stadium like a shot because I did not want to be that last one. I was actually expecting Jamie to ask me a much more stupid question, and then I looked further down and I found it. It's, could you edit a combo to Crazy Frog Axel F? I would probably piss my pants if you did. Okay. Jamie Hewitt 11 asks, what gets on your nerves the most as a freestyler? I think the thing that gets on my nerves the most as a freestyler is just the absolute plethora of naive comments that we get about the crossover, a pun, between football and freestyle football. For all our hard work, you just can't please everyone, and I don't think, unfortunately, we'll ever stop seeing the, oh, can he do it on a cold, rainy Tuesday night in Stoke, or stick him on a pitch, he's useless. Like, they were funny at first, but now they just seem really kind of like just stupid and hate fueled. And yeah, that's probably what irritates me the most as a freestyler. Con Baker FS asks, how many 3-rev tricks can you do? 1. It's still only Palais Around the World. That is the only 3-rev I can do, but it's on my bucket list. I will do 10 different 3-rev tricks before I die. I hope. Liv Cook asks, what characteristics do you think are required to be a freestyler? Well, anyone can be a freestyler. Boy, girl, young, old, anyone can do it. But if she's talking about what does it take to make a good freestyler, then I think there's quite a few things. I think patience, determination, I think are 2 of the really big ones. You have to kind of understand this concept that you're not going to get good overnight, but you have to persist with it, and you know, you have to kind of go through bad sessions to get to the good ones, but you have to be really, really motivated just to, you know, because you want to do it, because you enjoy doing it, and you want to continue doing it. Matt Tailby asks, what's your favourite freestyle video? There's just too many to choose from. That's a hard question. Off the top of my head, 2 that come to mind are Sven's Hardcore Magellan video. I did watch that a lot. That was a really good one. And Tom Folan Work. Absolute masterpiece. Jake McMillan asks, who is the best footballer and freestyler you've played with, excluding myself? Okay, best footballer. I mean, out of all the ones I've met, it's very rare that I've had a chance to like kick a ball about with them. The best ones that I have had that opportunity though are probably Wayne Routledge, Swansea City, and Charlie Austin, back when he was playing for Swindon Town. And then best freestylers, like, kind of, don't know, again, it's kind of a hard one to pinpoint, but I guess I would have to say it was quite a surreal moment at this year's Super Bowl. I found myself training lowers with Memo from Mexico and Luca from Italy, who are like absolute gods at what they do, and I was a bit like, whoa, this is really happening. Whoa. So thanks for watching, guys. I know I didn't get to answer everyone's questions, but I quite enjoyed that actually. I will probably do another one of these, and I will be sure to hang on to some of the ones that I didn't get around to answering. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. Be sure to subscribe and all the usual good stuff. So yeah, happy days.